but made out of stone, just huge. Here it is also revealed what the main story is and the twist of the story, which is that the mother suffers from problems with alcohol. The monsters and everything that the player has seen, or the child has seen throughout the game, is just seeing the mother being drunk and in various states, being very angry, very frustrated, and these are represented as monsters.
From my seat, especially, like I really remember a few spots, especially in the forest, like before the last level. Remember the message was static.
Not now.
And said you've done something, and so you're walking around in the forest, and suddenly you see some scary things. And what did you do there? What before and after?
I was just taking this bare bones implementation and taking everything you've learned about adding movement, adding
Sweetie,
juice,
be quiet
and
now.
adding that
Mommy?
to the elements you already have, and it just enhances everything. Yeah, it's really fun to do.
Please go somewhere else. I'll just one more. He will not take you from me. If you can't be nice and do what Mommy says, I'm going to be very angry. None of us want that.
I will find you.
This is the last time we visit the hub in the game, and this time the transition to the hub level is very different from the ones seen in the other levels. You don't go through the pipe this time, and this sort of marks the transition from the child piecing things together in his head and sort of understanding more, and for the player it marks the transition from the dreamlike to the real world. And here also, since the player don't have Teddy anymore, but we have Teddy's arm, the player can use Teddy's arm to unlock and open the door. And this was also something we did for the feels. Like we really wanted it to be sad and to feel like a loss when you don't have Teddy anymore. So this is we wanted Teddy to be the only one to be able to open this door, to make him feel like Teddy helps you and he's powerful. He can do some things that you can't, and you need him. I really like the transition from the hub level to the house. Back to the child's room. Just how the screen fades, and all the way throughout this level you walk down stairs, and on the way you will see and find many different objects, all of which you have seen during the game and you have interacted with, like the...
And 2 months before release, I guess, we just changed the whole thing. And I'm really satisfied with how much clearer the whole thing became overnight, almost. Of course, it's been our first project, so we're all inexperienced, and there's been a lot of not necessarily disagreements, but there's been a bit different ways we have want to go, each of us, during the production. So it was nice when we ended up changing that everyone seemed to kind of.
The last thing I hope people that play the game appreciate is that it's the thematics of the game, right? Like the subject that we want to explore, and how fragile children can be, and I hope that is appreciated, because it's something we wanted the player to kind of build experience he's having on.
So in this level, we kind of go full circle and end up right where the game began. Really makes it feel like an ending and closure to everything.
We also really wanted the mother to be experienced as she's not evil or just straight up a villain in any sense, but we wanted to portray the side of being a human and how a person dealing with personal problems and in this case being a divorce, a breakup, a bad relationship, and how this can affect a human being. So she's not at all evil, but she's just not capable of taking care of herself and the child at the same time. She loves the child, but she's not a good fit for taking care of and also it feels so open that it can be interpreted as anything. Like some people have been mentioning that you can interpret this as the child actually dying. So it's open for interpretation. We also really wanted the mother to be experienced as she's not evil or just straight up a villain. The story was changed, not to something completely different, but we basically just cut a part out that we wanted to be the main story, which was the Teddy being evil and all that, and we just cut that out and used the mother and the father situation, the family situation, as the core story, just because the all of those elements were in the game anyways, and it just worked a lot better.
People will maybe also recognize the voice of Teddy as the father who picks you up, and as the game starts in the kitchen with the father coming to the door, it also makes the same full circle. It ends where it started.
A nifty little detail that not too many people seem to have picked up on is that the voice of both the Teddy character and the father character is played by the same voice actor, and both voices are intentionally made pretty similar, because the teddy bear is a representation of the child's memories of the father, so that we wanted the characters to feel and sound similar enough and be just this warm, loving character, that in the very end, in the final scene where you hear the voice of the father, we wanted the players to think, that's Teddy, but still to understand that that's not Teddy, it's the father, and then to from there understand that the teddy bear has been just this picture, this image of the father in child's head this entire time.
Hi there, little one. Come here. Did you like your gift? What happened to his arm? Don't worry. We'll fix him up.